So this is war. Gird your limbs, stiffen your sinews, and let slip the fire-eyed maid of smoky war. Or, if you prefer, hide under the bed. Either way, they found us this time. Damn it. It's a war. Well, here we go again, folks. Since time began, you can't escape war. It doesn't seem to matter if you're sunning yourself with a young Cypriot boy on the beaches of the Aegean in the Hellenistic period. I didn't mean you, sir, but, you know, you look like one of those Greco kind of, you know. Or you're sitting on your Ethan Allen couch in Appleton, TiVoing Eliminate. I know. It all comes back to Mesopotamia and this blood-drenched reckoning called the first day of war. How do you guys feel? Nervous, scared, happy, excited?
I'm scared. I'm not happy. I'm very scared. Yes, I'm afraid it's going to go really bad. I think it's going to be quick, and if it doesn't go quick, then we're in big trouble.
Yeah, I'm real scared. It's like 3 7-Elevens in my neighborhood, so I'm very scared.
You guys are all chicken.
We are chicken.
I'm not scared at all. I got plastic wrap. I'm all set. I think you got to be scared. I mean, I support it. But it's something I know we have to do, but I'm not happy about it. It's like sex with my wife. You know?
I feel the same way. Sex with Greg's wife. I'm not happy about it, but you got to do what you got to do. Gas mask, you know. The whole gas mask. Saran wrap, duct tape over there.
That wouldn't hurt as much if it wasn't true.
Never slept with her.
You have your own wife now.
Yes, I do. I'm glad you brought that up on national TV. Now I'll never get laid again. Thank you.
Yeah.
See,
like a date rape.
I think our message on this show is that life goes on, even when there's war.
You got to be nervous. How could you not be nervous? We're going into a war with no allies, with no support. We're going in completely alone. I think the military part of it will be no big deal, but we're going in with, the United States is acting alone. That's a little creepy.
No allies. Wow, what are we going to do without the French's help, huh? Come on, please.
I mean, even the Mexicans, the Canadians, everyone's turning their back on us. Even the Mexicans. I mean, the president's got the Mexicans so mad at us. A lot of them are thinking of swimming back into Mexico.
Now, let me ask Reggie. You told me you're a military family in some manner, right?
My father was in the military, but the only thing he told me about the military, and only lesson I learned was never to go into the military.
Really?
Oh yeah.
He had a bad time in there? Was he in Vietnam?
You know what? He was in Vietnam. Yeah, he came back total alcoholic, just sits around, watches the talk shows all day.
Yeah, but you got an uncle like that. He wasn't in Vietnam.
Yeah, him too.
Was it kind of I have 12. Was it kind of like the Hughes Brothers movie? He comes back just disillusioned, can't get,
No, he was...
the soundtrack from the 70s?
No, yeah, all day. That's all I heard with the soundtrack, all day.
You know, I went to Vietnam a couple years ago, and it was pretty nice, actually. I don't know what those guys were complaining about.
Exactly.
Beaches.
It should have told me down there was Tom Rhodes when I was over there.
But is nobody really, you're really not concerned that there's that 85% of the world's population is against war? That doesn't
I thought it was 70% that they're pro-war now.
I thought you were talking to me, weren't you? It's amazing. She's just terrific. really got a feeling for
the Boston people really, they don't get along with each other. The Irish and Italians up there, it's like the cobra and the mongoose.
The only thing that makes me nervous, every time I watch the news the last 3 nights, you always have to do a piece on the women soldiers, and that doesn't make me feel comfortable.
The women soldiers?
Yeah. I don't mind them in the military. I don't think they should be in the front lines, because women don't throw that well, I don't think 20 soldiers should die because Pam's grenade toss landed a foot from the bunker. You know what I mean?
What about you?
Who's throwing grenades? They shoot people. They have guns.
They shoot people.
Yes, they have guns.
Yeah, you guys can't even steer a car. How are you going to shoot people?
You can't even steer a car, and he has no Boston accent. You can't even steer a car.
He's actually, you can't steer a car except off a bridge with a younger. All right.
I'm also worried about what it's going to do to us as comedians. People want a different kind of comedy when there's war or crisis. I mean, what do you think of that?
Yeah.
Different kind. What do they want? I'm starting to juggle. I love that stuff.
That's what they want.
Juggle silly hats.
They want lightning.
Yeah, they want.
I'm going to be Carrot Top's assistant. I'm just going to bring his stuff out to him.
It affects
like, hey, Colin Quinn. Yeah, here you go, buddy.
What's the next bit?
They want light.
How'd I do tonight? You killed Carrot Top. You were great. The crowd was off. You were.
Actually, I think I think comedians are going to benefit from it because it's throughout history the comedians and people go out to laugh. You know, they go out to bars to dance and to be happy because it's so depressing.
Yeah, but they want a certain kind of comedy. They don't want to hear people talking about they want to forget about it like after 9/11. Plus, if they keep making travel harder and harder for us, we always have to take these one-way trips and you change your flights at the last minute and you set off every alarm. I've had my bags checked more times than Lance Armstrong.
But that's the whole point. But Greg makes a good point. The point is, yeah, people around the world may suffer with rubble and bombs, but our flights. We got to do our job. Enough is enough.
That's true.
That's when it really.
I know.
I can't be late one more time to a funny bone. They'll book me.
You know what I'm really scared about is the subway system. I haven't heard any type of policy to defend that, man. And how can you defend it? I mean, all those crazy people on that subway.
Yeah, you can't defend it.
In Boston, they're doing it. They're doing it in Boston.
In Boston, let me tell you something about that pipsqueak town of yours. There's somewhere with 4 stops. The Irish part, the black part, the Italian part, and the Jewish part. There's 4 stops. We're a big city here, pandemic.
It is easy to pick out like a terrorist in Boston. You know, I get all these freckle-faced guys with blonde eyelashes and one shady guy. You know.
No, but
but you can't. It is hard. In the city, I mean, they tell when they raise the code alert to say keep your eye out for suspicious activity. Or when you look around the city, what doesn't look like suspicious activity? You know what I mean? You have to spend your whole day tackling people and apologizing. Look like you had a bomb there. Good luck with that baby. I hope it works out for you.
That's what diversity has given us.
Does that make you not want? Are you not for the war because your dad was in the military, or is that not why?
No,
but you're not for the war.
I'm a peaceful guy.
But you entertain the troops. You
What are we?
Well,
we're for the war. That makes us what? Warmongers? Come on.
No. I mean, really, I tell you too, as an African American living in this country.
Oh, jeez, here we go.
This ain't my war.
Wait a minute,
This ain't my war. Hey, they just grabbed me along. You just come here.
Hey, first of all, I never even knew you were black. First of all, second of all, that's not 70% of black people in America favor profiling if it's applied to Arabs. So isn't that a little hypocritical?
You keep saying who's doing these? No one's ever asked me anything.
What are we trying to say? It's a white conspiracy.
It's the white man.
They never called me.
Yeah.
You know, folks. You know, Tolstoy said you may not be interested in war, but war may be interested in you. I like you to think about that while you're watching a 7-foot Chinese guy try to write a check. Can I write a check? Go. Now. Can I write a check? Aha! War is a scary time for everybody, but especially for the non-terrorist Arabs living here. Like after 9/11, a guy in Arizona was so mad at Arabs that he killed an Indian. That's not what we're looking for necessarily. Now, this newspaper, though, they are rounding out people that are suspicious. It's not just an all-out vendetta. So, now we all know from working the comedy cellar, I like to call it, we have a lot of Arabs there, a lot of Israelis. Do you feel a weird vibe with the Arabs since 9/11? Don't you think it was a little bit strange? And this week they all have a certain look, and we have a certain look. It's natural.
Well, half of them work in the kitchen there. That's what scares me. I mean, who knows what you're getting in your next salad?
Anthrax blue cheese.
No, I think definitely. As I came out of my apartment the other night, and a guy came out of an apartment, he had just moved in, and he had this little briefcase with him, and he scared me a little bit, and he looked like, I don't know if he was Israeli or an Arab, but I didn't know what he was, so he made me nervous. So I said, hi. He made me nervous. Yeah, he made me nervous. So I said, hi, and he grabbed his little briefcase and ran in the stairwell. And then I went downstairs and I asked the doorman, I said, who's that guy that just moved in? He said, him and his friend just moved. He moved in your floor and his friend just moved in upstairs.
So bring
I called the FBI.
Yeah, we might want to call.
I called the FBI and they called me. I did.
You called them?
Yeah.
You did? Well, the important thing is you're keeping it undercover. But look,
He's
going to be watching tonight. What is this? Something on the Broncos.
When I flew to Germany to do this tour for the troops, I get on the plane and there's this bag of potato chips, this really big of potatoes by the window, and I'm like sitting here, there's a lady sitting here, and she's like, that guy, he left the bag and just went away and we don't know where he is. So like 10, 15 minutes, I'm sitting next to the bag going, oh my God, I'm going to blow up, right? So I came out the bathroom and, we were just in there for a long time. It was dumb. It's like, okay.
That's even worse.
That's even worse.
It's they weren't barbecue. What's that?
It's too much diversity. I don't care what anybody says.
Too much diversity.
I know that gets a laugh in New York, but go to Oklahoma, that kills. But I'm at the airport trying to get through security at LaGuardia. I'm being questioned by a guy from Pakistan. I mean, what's wrong with this picture? You know, he's like, did you pack your bags yourself? And I'm like, did you pack my bags? I mean, come on. I'm not trusting anybody.
And also, it's, you know, you hear a lot about sensitivity to Arab Americans and all that kind of stuff. And who are we talking about exactly? If you're talking about Arab Americans that have lived in relatively mainstream communities, who've lived here for a few years, who have kids, that's one thing. But when you see these Arab communities in Paterson, New Jersey, cheering and dancing and burning flags after 9/11,
right.
I mean, are we supposed to be sensitive to their needs? No.
And the homeboys came right over from the projects and lit them up.
They're traitors. They should not be in America if they're doing that. I think if they're sensitive to Al-Qaeda and they're Muslim, they should be out of the country.
But that's the point. Can you be? Because look, the Israeli equation always comes in. And that's why I have to go to commercial. No, I'm kidding. The Israeli equation always comes in. So the point is, you know, like the guys we know at the cellar, everybody loves each other, Israelis, Arabs, us, but you have to admit, they have that look on their face sometimes like, hey, you guys want to be friends with Israel, this is the way it's going to happen, sorry. And they don't hate necessarily us, but they, you know what I mean? Does that make them disloyal, is what I'm saying.
Tell them to pick another country to live. We're friends with the Israelis.
Right.
Go to, I don't know, who.
Same as the actors.
Ireland.
Like the actors should go live somewhere else. They're always claiming that they're going to go somewhere, and they don't. Like George Clooney, like he just we should listen to him because he's hot? Is that why? Because he's a good-looking guy? Like, what does he have to say?
I've had the same problem my whole
What
life.
about, and Denise Rothwell, she was debating Bill O'Reilly, and she said that the actors, she doesn't understand why everybody has a problem with the actors, you know, voicing their opinions, that it's just like saying that the people in the food industry can't have their opinions. And I thought, that is so stupid. What is the girl at McDonald's drive-thru with her headset like, hi, welcome to McDonald's, would you like to try a double cheese double fry? And by the way, I'm for the war. Like, she doesn't have the same.
Well, nobody that works at McDonald's could read.
Oh, I used to work at McDonald's, and I could...
Exactly.
Hey, thank you.
I still work at McDonald's.
Did people just groan about slamming people that worked at McDonald's?
I was the only one
I think we're starting to figure out the demographic.
The point is, can we have political correctness during wartime or not? Is it what we're fighting for, or is it traitorousm?
This is why we have wartime, because of political correctness.
Right.
Okay.
That's why we are where we are. Nobody can question anybody before, you know, September 11th.
Right.
You couldn't question anybody's ethnicity without being called a racist. And
Yeah,
that's why we are where we're at.
Well, you know what, but then again, 11 of the 18 terrorists were actually flagged by the systems that were already in place before September 11th. People just screwed up at their own jobs. I mean,
They didn't screw up.
They were flagged because they didn't check bags. They let them on. I mean, you know, that was just a stupid strategy.
That night, you mean?
Yeah, that day.
But Tim Russ
I should know that, right?
Tim Russ said, you know, we should be able to, he's like, he's a liberal guy, but he's totally interviews right down the middle. And he said that in a time of war, we should be able, the reason why we live in a country where you can have freedom of speech, you should be able to protest everything. You should be able to say you're against the war, you should be able to say you're for the war. But when the president makes a decision, we should all back him up. And I totally feel like that, because that's why we live in a democracy.
No, right. I don't agree with that. I mean, it's one thing to say, you can keep disagreeing. It's one thing to say, you can't go over and endanger the lives of the troops. These people that want to be human shields, they deserve to be turned into mush. You know, that's just the way it is. You're endangering other Americans over there. But, you know, you should, I mean, I have no problem with people being against the war. I just don't like these people on the left who are just, you know, they just hate, they live here, they're Americans, but they hate America because their daddies put in too many hours at the law firm when they were kids, and, you know, now, you know, they're not paying their own rent, they're pretending to be poets, and you know, then they look at every horror in the world and they want to blame America for it, and you want to say, you know what, you know, Howie Mandel is Canadian.
Right.
We're not responsible for
everything.
everything.
And go to therapy. These people should go. I had this girl at an audition the other day. She starts going, you know, telling me, like, how do I feel about the war? Did I like the president? I said, as a matter of fact, I do, because I got tired of it. I said, I do. She goes, well, I'm going to have to compartmentalize you because I liked you. And I thought, you know, you. And that was my, no. But then
I wish you really had thought that.
Then I started talking to her.
Aromatherapy, did you say?
No, an audition.
Aromatherapy.
That's what I thought you said.
No, I said go to therapy.
Right.
Oh, go to
But then we were discussing, she was trying to bring up the Gulf War and all this stuff she had read and heard on the national, And I said, it doesn't matter to me. I said, it does not matter to me because now it's changed since they attacked our city. I don't care about that anymore. She goes, so what you're saying is that you care more about your people than the Iraqi people. I was like, yeah, of course, yeah. What are you, a retard? Of course I do. Like, that is so insane.
Well, let me ask you, smoking some weed, that's what happened.
Was she hot, this girl? No,
she wasn't that hot, no.
Well, we all wanted to know, right, guys? That was, it was an audition. Apparently not. All right. We question who the Arabs are really rooting for. I mean, you know, it's just like kind of weird vibe. Like, They're like Boston fans that live and work in New York, you know? You're at the bar, the Yankees are on, and when Nomar hits a homer, you know they might be secretly cheering. No?
That was a good one anyway. Nomar.
That's not why that joke didn't work, because I didn't say Nomar like a Boston. Damn it, Sue. We'll be right back after this. Yeah, folks, we were just doing REM over there, and I was getting mad. Now listen, a lot of people are saying, oh, Colin Quinn doesn't seem that smart. Look, yeah, why would I have glasses if I'm not smart? And they're real. Yeah. Listen, folks, they're reading glasses. I can't wear them right now, but I'll put them on later to read that. Monday was St. Patrick's Day. For those of you who haven't seen the show, I'm Irish, but on St. Patrick's Day, who isn't? We went to make fun of the people at the parade, and instead, we came away with a touching Irish family tale. So let's take a look. Look at this parade. Look at that black son of a bitch. You don't see me at the Million Man March. What the hell's he doing here? Find my nephew. He stole $50 out of my wallet this morning, that little bastard. Where do I find him? I know he's here somewhere in a little rat bank. Look at this stupid ass. Now, oh, his palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater, mom's spaghetti. It's 10 a.m. and he's drunk already. To drop bombs, but he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud. He's feeling vulnerable, so he's going to have to take a puff of... I'm feeling vulnerable. Oh, good. I'll take a puff of my cigarette. Now I'm back to the cool guy that I was. Thank God for those. Oh, Lordy. Oh, mother, I met an Irish boy. You're going to love him. I'll bring him back to Chechnya. He looks like the guy from Phantom Menace. The young... No, not the old guy. You're joking, Mommy. He looks like the young guy. Oh, Mommy, I can't believe we're... They won't let us march, but they can't stop us from watching, honey. That's right. I'm proud. I don't care if that drunk kid calls us the gay Siegfried and Roy of Ireland. I'll hold my... Oh, I hope it doesn't rain. I got the sweater. I hope it doesn't shrink. I'll hold my... See? Gave it proud right underneath. I'll wear the button. They can go straight to hell as far as I'm concerned. Find my brother. My old man won't even talk to me. All right, look. Oh. Listen, find your brother, the gay one. I tried to give him his union. He wouldn't even talk to me. Look for your father, too. He's your grandfather. He's half out of it. Just look for a guy who looks like a brain-damaged IRA man. Okay? Don't look at me. I'm your father. I love you, so don't look at me. Hey, listen. You didn't come to the show last night. It was great. They beat my bass player half to death. We're kind of like a Coors meets Charlotte in UK, but more political, you know. Look at this. Look at the Italian cops. He never had those nerves on a job. Look at his stupid mustache and mullet. Dumb wops. We wouldn't let him in the job, I'll tell you that. Yeah, my Jimmy's doing 11 years, and my Timmy just got transferred to Texas. We can't visit him. I'm not getting on the bus. My only shining glory is Kevin. He's the soul of a poet, Kevin. He's my only hope. I love him. He's like William Butler Yeats. He's just, he's beautiful. Hey, you see anybody with an Islanders jersey, just point him out to me. I'll smack him right in their face. What was that? No, that's a Duke shirt. I thought it was Islanders, same colors. No, I should get a pretzel, but that's what gives you the hangover the next day when you eat the pretzel. You got to have a clear stomach. All right, well, folks, that was it. Oh, well, I guess what they say is there are 8 million stories in this naked city, but on St. Patty's Day, there's only one story, and it always involves a drinking family. So we'll be right back. If you people can see the infighting on our panel, you know war will never end, okay? Every war has had T-shirts with catchy slogans, pro and con. Vietnam, they had make love, not war. El Salvador, the shirt said, hell no, we won't go, we won't fight with Texaco. The Gulf War had the image of Saddam, and the words, I'm with stupid on it, you know. Guys, come up with a T-shirt for this war. We're going to all do our thing. Let's start with Reggie.
Okay, my T-shirt would read, how's your scrotum, father? Or, in other words, how's your Baghdad?
Great, Giraldo.
The front of my shirt would be a real picture of a super hot naked girl performing oral sex on me. And on the back, there'd be another real picture of 2 super hot naked girls performing oral sex on me. Right, thank you. What does that have to do with the war? Nothing. But the photo shoot would really help take my mind off it for a while.
All right. Very practical. Sue.
My T-shirt would say, my president went to Baghdad and all I got was this lousy T-shirt and some weapons of mass destruction and an apology from some screaming liberals who would have been dead and not be able to say this stupid ideas if it wasn't for him.
All right. Nick DiPaolo.
My T-shirt would read, roses are red, violets are blue. Let's hang Saddam by his nuts and that dirty Frenchman, too.
I got a couple of T-shirts. Finally got a little time on this fourth act, usually. My first T-shirt is 10% bitch, 90% infidel. All right? I'd rather be reading the Quran. World's greatest imam. I heart Baghdad. Iraqaware. My other car is an M20 Apache gunship. I survived the Kurds gassing in 1991. Co-ed naked goat polo. Well, that's enough hard-hitting journalism for one night. We'll see you tomorrow.